So what is organic social media? So organic social media is any social media without advertising. So this means that people only use interacting with their audience to grow a social media following. And by using free tools to communicate, organic marketing strategies are no less important than using paid advertising. Social media is an important tool for any business, but it's difficult to really get the hang of it. You really have to establish a content strategy that focuses on creating and promoting posts in an engaging way. It's also essential to remember that you are your best advertisement. After all, 92% of people trust peer recommendations above all other forms of advertising. So with this in mind, it's really important to create and publish content in a way that converts readers into leads and sales. Hello and welcome to another episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. I'm your host, Jenny Lyon, and today I'm really excited to take a look at the top 6 organic social media strategies that can get you to 10,000 followers. So you want to start out by getting in where you fit in. So you want to take a good hard look at your social channels, and you need to ask yourself, do I need to be on every single network? It really depends on your industry and your customer base. So for example, say you're in the fashion industry. Well, someone will probably find it much more attractive to see your items on Instagram, say, than on Facebook, just because of the way the Instagram's set up in that grid format. And say that you sell non-perishable goods. Well, Pinterest would probably be a really great place for you to build a following. So you really do want to sit down and you really want to think about your target audience and really decide what networks are going to fit best with you and your products or services. And you'll save yourself a ton of time, money, and energy by really focusing in on those networks that your audience is hanging out on. So there are a couple of things to consider. With Facebook, Facebook is still number 1 when it comes to popularity. So you probably don't want to ignore this site. It really has a vast audience, and it's the perfect place for you to get your brand out there. And then there's Twitter. So Twitter really is the perfect place to network and meet people. And while it might feel like a waste of time at first, it really can be a great social media tool if you use it to its fullest potential. You know, that if you do it that way, then it really can become a compelling networking site. You can really connect with like-minded people and follow them while they follow you, really creating an endless cycle of followbacks. Next up is content. So content really is king, and content is one of the main reasons that people use the internet. So this means that you really do need to generate high quality, informative, and engaging content to really pull your customers in. Content marketing is a powerful traffic building strategy because it really does help to position you and your business as a leader in your industry. And the most effective social media accounts are the ones that draw attention to original and unique content. And although a combination of organic and paid social media really is the best strategy for growth, organic social media is the best way to establish your presence. And organic social media can be a really powerful tool for creating your social media. And once you've mastered your content, then you really want to start laying out your content for the long term. So I usually look at social media production at least 4 weeks out. Yeah, I really want to figure out what I'm going to post, where I'm going to post, when I'm going to post. And if you're just starting out on a network, then you have to post more often at first. You're going to be looking at 10 to 15 times a week. That way, as you get more followers, you can start to decrease the frequency of your posts. But when you're first diving in, you really do want to post more frequently. You really get an idea of what your followers are interested in, and then it helps you to build a plan and to schedule things out. This is really crucial. If you're posting content, really hoping that people will just like it, then it might seem a little haphazard. You don't want to come off as just spammy, putting out spammy types of content. You really want to have a plan. You really want to show that you're confident and organized, and that you are worthy, and you're trustworthy, and you really want that to shine through in your content. Next up is LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is one of the most powerful free tools on the internet. It's a great way to network, get noticed, and meet new people. LinkedIn has over 300 million active users, with about 40% of them visiting the site every day. So it's a really appealing marketing tool for all businesses. But you do want to put into place a few different proven techniques to really grow your LinkedIn organically. You want to start off by getting more personal. So LinkedIn has really shifted from being very stuffy and resume looking to more personal. And that's probably due some in part to the pandemic, as people were quarantined and began to work more remotely, they started to kind of shift, and LinkedIn has become much more authentic and vulnerable in its posting than it was before. And use LinkedIn polls and questions. I've been using these more and more in different clients' content, and they work. They are great at creating engagement because people love to share their opinions. And you can use this to your advantage to boost engagement and also let your audience guide you to what they'd like to see more of. Next up, if you haven't tried it, is to jump into LinkedIn Live. So LinkedIn Live, it's a new feature, but it's definitely worth the hype. It has really helped companies increase conversions and sales. So for example, Salesforce ran an 11-part interview series on LinkedIn Live that generated hundreds of thousands of organic views and a 3% engagement rate. So wow. Next up is to join some industry groups. So LinkedIn groups are like having a hand-selected audience right in front of you. You know precisely what they're interested in, and it really takes the guesswork out of the content that you need to create. So you can join a mix of industry relevant groups and those that your ideal client would be most likely to hang out in, and then show a presence in their space and position yourself as an industry leader. It's really one of the top strategies for LinkedIn organic growth. And last but not least is to optimize your profile. So take advantage of that prime real estate by utilizing all of the areas of your LinkedIn profile. By having a really complete profile, you lay the groundwork that allows everyone who visits your profile to decide, oh my gosh, I absolutely want to work with her or him or they. So if you need assistance with LinkedIn, now is the perfect time to reach out. We're actually running a promo for March where we are doing a full LinkedIn audit and rewrite, redesign. So our marketing experts go through your LinkedIn profile piece by piece, and we really look at everything to see how well is this page going to convert. And then we rewrite all of the content so it's really story driven and it pulls your audience in so that they immediately have a connection with you and know who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. And then we redesign your cover image. We go through everything. It's really amazing. We've been doing more and more of these, and every single time the client comes back and says, oh my gosh, I'm all of a sudden, I'm getting clients from this and it's converting. So it's pretty amazing. And right now it's $500 off. So check it out. Jump over to jennylyon.com/LinkedIn. I'm sure that you will absolutely be pleased. All right, now back to the overall social media strategies. So there's something called a follow back strategy where you can do a little research and check out your competitors' followers. Those people are your target market because they already follow your competitors. So they're already interested in your industry, and likely they'll be really interested in what you're sharing as well. So you want to dedicate yourself to connecting with a high volume of followers and engage them authentically. This shows that you're really paying attention to what they're posting and ensures that they notice you. And ideally, many of these followers will follow you and they'll like what you're sharing and they'll become a raving fan of yours. So it's really a simple way to increase your followers organically. Next up is to join an engagement group. So this one's kind of fun. I think this can be done if you join a group that's really authentic and it's full of people that you really admire and that you feel good about promoting. So an engagement group is basically a community of users who help each other gain more engagement and followers on their social accounts. So they're called engagement groups because everyone is taking part in these groups and they're willing to like and or comment on everyone else in the group's posts in exchange for their own posts getting liked and commented on. So the bigger the group is, the faster you'll grow your followers, and the strategy will really boost engagement and grow your following. But again, you want to make sure that you're doing it in an authentic way that's, reaching your target audience. And then last but not least is to be consistent. This is a huge one. Today customers really expect more than just your products and services. To generate trust and make people loyal, you really do have to provide consistent, valuable content. This will allow them to see past the 20% of content that you're putting out there that's probably promotional, and you really do want to provide them with a lot of value. And then, they'll find themselves really trusting your recommendations, and it really helps to build that connection. All right, so what did we learn today? Well, first up, you have to get in where you fit in, right? So you do have to sit down and do the work to find out where your target audience is hanging out, and then decide which networks are going to be the best fit for you and your business. Second is content is king. The most effective social media accounts are the ones that draw attention to original and unique content. Number 3 is to leverage LinkedIn. LinkedIn has 300 million active members, and 40% of them are on the site every day. So it's a really appealing marketing tool. And if you need help really polishing out your LinkedIn presence, please reach out, or again, jump over to jennylyon.com/LinkedIn. Number 4 is that follow back strategy. Really dedicate yourself to connecting with a high volume of your competitors' followers and engage them in a really authentic way. Number 5 is to join an engagement group. So the bigger the group, the faster you'll grow. But again, remember to only join groups that you feel really, really confident in sharing and liking the other group members' content, and that it's reaching your target audience. And then last but not least, be consistent. So to generate trust and make people loyal, you really do have to provide consistent, valuable content. Okay, well, social media optimization really is the key to reaching new audiences. It is not an easy goal to achieve, but it's possible if you make it a regular habit. You really do want to optimize your SEO the same way that you would say optimize your SEO. I've been doing this more and more for myself. I do this for clients all the time. You know how it is, cobbler shoes, right? Cobbler's children's shoes, that's it. Yeah, I just, it's hard to find time to work on your own business, but I have been really consistent and really focusing on optimizing my social media, and my Instagram's almost to 10,000. So it's working. And you will be able to see the pieces fall into place as you successfully grow your organic reach. So if you like what you're hearing, please reach out. I can answer any questions that you have. And my team and I can really help you to dial out your plan for social media and help you put it into action too. I know you probably have a lot on your plate, so please reach out to us. Let us do some of the heavy lifting so you can watch your connections and your conversions skyrocket. All right, well, I hope you found this episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple helpful. I hope that you're trying out some of these 6 organic social media strategies. Follow me on social media. I'll be happy to follow back and we can engage. We can see how it works in real time, and you can really play with it and see how successful you can become. And again, if you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'm always happy to answer any questions. And I'll see you next time on another episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. See you soon.